What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today we are talking about a common question I get asked. How do I make friends? Or I have a group of friends, but they don't seem beneficial. Their mindsets are different than mine. So we are going to talk about this. And look, I felt that way. It seems to me that a lot of people are alone in the modern world. And even if you do have friends, it's very easy to feel alone even near a group of friends. Like you're just not really together or focused on a single purpose. And as I was thinking about this subject, it occurred to me that anytime there's been a group of men that have come together, such as an army or a club or a gang or a team, there's always a purpose for the men. The men aren't just coming together and having a cheese plate and wine. They're not just sitting down and shooting the shit. All right, not just BSing. And BSing is fine, but men are not designed to gossip and talk, and even if you could even say to just sit down and look at one another. You know, we're meant to work together, arm to arm, shield to shield. We're meant to look over each other's shoulder, watch each other's backs. It helped us hunt. It helped us fight wars. And so what I'm seeing a lot of is men are coming together and we're almost acting like women when men are supposed to have a purpose and a direction in their life. And if you do not have that, then your relationship with men seems very fickle and shallow. And you'll notice that it starts to become something where you feel less a part of a tribe and less and you don't see any progress within the group. You just see a lot of talking, a lot of virtue signaling, a lot of battles of the minds and egos, trying to always be right, trying to one-up each other. And I don't think it's good. And I don't know if it's a part of some bigger agenda, trying to water the masculinity down, trying to make us weak and isolated. But I'm telling you, it's bad enough that we're as isolated as we are. It's hard to find good friends. And then when we do, well, it sucks if we don't have a friend group that we feel is a unit and is strong. So I was thinking about, in the movie The Fight Club, which is a good analogy, in the very beginning, what he does to sort of cope with this meaningless existence is he goes to AA. And he partakes in the AA meetings every week, and he finds comfort in sharing his stories. And they all sit around in a group. And even one day he hugs Bob, and Bob's got these giant man boobs, but it feels good just because he's connecting with other people. And it's changing his lonely existence. And then he discovers that, well, there's something even more powerful. And it's the Fight Club. It's the basement. It's when he goes down into the cellar and other men are there and they beat the shit out of each other. And he says he comes out reborn. He's rejuvenated. When you go through a fight, the week is easier. It's easier to go to work. It's easier to handle stress. It's just you're a new man. So he finds enlightenment and freedom in joining other men, beating each other up. And then what happens after that is they go out into the world and they start shaking the world up. Okay? And what I'm seeing is a lot of men these days have that sort of AA style, Oprah Winfrey style get together where it's just a bunch of guys talking, smoking weed, drinking, and sitting in a circle talking. And it's losing our masculinity. It's not sharpening us. It's not honing us like a tight, well-knit unit, a spear tip of men that are aiming their energy and going out into the world and accomplishing something. It's making us weak. So when hard times come and we're isolated, dude, we're weak. If you don't have anyone else, you're just weak. You're going to fall prey to the abundance that society offers you. You're going to be stuck in your head. You're going to deal with a lot of mind games. That's another reason why you have to have men, because they sharpen you up. They kind of tell you, look, man, you've been an idiot. When you're alone too much, all you have is yourself and your opinions. And so your opinions are always, they're never tested. Okay? You could read stuff, you try to hear stuff, but usually you read and learn stuff that you want to learn about or you want to hear that confirms your own way of thinking. Confirmation bias. And when you're around other guys, now you have to hear what they're saying. And if you're being an idiot, if you're not taking any risk in your life, if you're not getting any results, you're going to be like, look, man, you're messing up. And so I think it's very important to get yourself around risk takers, action-orientated guys, doers, alpha types, alpha-type men. There was this guy, I'm going to go off for a second, but he was on an island. I watched this documentary for a whole year. And he said the thing that drove him crazy was that there was no one else to tell him that he was wrong. He just started believing every single thought he had. He lost the will to fight against it. And that's happening to a lot of us these days. We're becoming, like I said, we're becoming nerds. We think our egos are getting huge, but we're not doing anything. So I'm telling you that it's going to get bad when most of our friends and our group become complacent with getting together, smoking weed, and now that weed's becoming legal everywhere, it's going to have we're going to have a lot of these intellectual theory talks. We're going to start virtue signaling. It's going to be a battle of the minds, and we're not going to accomplish any goal. Drinking, you already see it. Drinking, a lot of foolery happens, a lot of foolishness. We get together, we laugh, we have these feelings of unity, and then once it ends, it ends. And we break apart. There's no mission. So I have really been trying in my friend group, in myself, to cultivate a group, I should say just myself, of doing more. I don't find the satisfaction in sitting there talking, because that's not what we're made to do. The women are going to do that, not the men. So I've been trying to get out there. We play basketball, okay? We play games of poker. You want to interact and play games together. You want to have teams, so you learn to work together with each other. And how you do this thing is how you do something else. So that will translate into maybe you guys start a business, or you work on a project for school, or you design something new. You design a new computer, okay? But you're working together, and you're not just sitting there. And it's very important. And when it comes to finding the friends, well, you should start to be like the people that you want to meet, okay? And I believe that you should demonstrate courage, because courage can't be faked, okay? Courage can't be faked. And it takes courage to go out there and be active. It takes courage, as if this sounds silly, it takes more courage to play a sport than to sit around in a living room with a bunch of guys and watch a sport. It takes courage to fight, such as in Fight Club. It didn't take courage to go in and just talk to a bunch of other men, okay? It takes courage to get down and dirty, to fight. It takes courage to risk when you play poker with each other. It takes courage to maybe have them make fun of you a little bit. But when they do make fun of you, it feels kind of good. It feels like you're being sharpened up. They're kind of pointing out your weak spots. It also is needed because, man, like, you need guys that are going to get the stuff. They're after the stuff that you also want. So if you want to meet a girl, you need guys in your life that are talking to girls. Like, they're courageous enough to go out there and say hi to girls, and they're flirting, and then you see that, and then it's like, okay, well, I can't just sit back here and never talk to a girl. No, you got to be a doer, man. And so you have to get around doers and risk takers, courageous other men, okay? And we have to do it, guys, in our own friend group. If you get out of the friend group, or get them to be active. All right, go to the driving range and smack some golf balls. Get outdoors. Go on a hike. Go skateboarding. Go fishing. Go hunting. Play basketball. And if you're looking to meet friends, let me tell you, going to I'm trying to think about places you can meet friends, but going to a basketball court, there's usually a lot of guys that are just athletic. And maybe you suck at basketball. I suck at basketball. I've been going to the basketball court, and people always want to play pickup games. It's such a good way to meet other people and to get physical. And, man, you feel so good after you hustle about on the court for a while. It's a great feeling. So, go to your local basketball court. Invite people. See if someone, maybe has a poker night, okay? Yeah, there's a risk to poker. That's good. You want the risk. $20, okay? You're playing a $20 house game. Big deal if you lose $20. If you win, you get, $100. You play with 5 people. I mean, come on. Like, you're going there, you want to come together, and you need to make it happen. I would say that you should also seek out the alpha types. And what I mean by that is guys that seem like they have some skin in the game of being physical, like guys at the gym. I remember I met this one alpha type guy at the gym, and I was like, damn, this guy's crushing it. When I would watch him lift, I'm like, he's not just like going through the motions. He's like in there focusing. That's someone I want to be around. He was younger than me, and I met him, and we kicked it off. We got a workout in one time, I remember. And we would kind of hang out sometimes and take pre-workouts together, and we would go to the gym. And then I met his friends, and that's kind of how your friend group expands. A tree, you just meet one friend, then he has a friend, then you hang out with him, and his friend has a brother, and then you're friends with his brother, and then this guy has a group of friends that play poker. I mean, that's literally what happened to me, okay? I have friends from high school, and one of their friends, well, he has a cousin. His cousin has a brother. Now we're all friends, the whole tree. And now it's just getting everyone to do something and not getting in a complacent stage where we're just satisfied drinking and smoking. That's far too easy to do. And it's not good, man. It's making men weak. So we got to have something to aim at. We got to be courageous and go out there and do something, okay? That's it, man. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Where'd you meet your friends? Maybe some places that I'm just missing, I'm blindsided to, that are good to meet friends, okay? So let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.